as a card vendor, how sellable are Pokemon cards at the moment? We'll hang around and check it out. For I know the thoughts that I think towards you, saith the Lord, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end. So last week on Trade Me, from Monday to Sunday, I sold only 38 cards, totaling to $312 on Trade Me. And from Monday to Wednesday yesterday, I had sold 22 cards for a total of $330. So I plus them together and I got $642. And then I minused 10%, which brought it down to $578. Then I minus shipping, and it works out to be around $500. I've been posting a bit more on Facebook. When people are looking to buy, if I have a card, then I'll hit them up. And also I'm looking at doing, once my Trade Me auctions end and say the card doesn't sell, then I am looking to list them onto the Facebook group a little bit cheaper or around market, obviously because of the 10% fee from Trade Me. So it's been going good. I sold $15 and I sold a bunch of reverse hollows. Somebody wanted some specific cards like Mouse and Cool Guys, and yeah, that was pretty epic. I sold 2 Radiant Collection cards, $15. I sold the Wobbuffet and a Shroomish from the Radiant Collection. 10 Holo Energies to somebody via Trade Me, but they hit me up on email and I sent them through what else I had in one of my binders, and he wanted 10 Holo Energies, so I got $10 for them. 12 Holo Energies, so I got $10. On Facebook yesterday, I sold for $30 a bunch of trainers, Team Rocket's Proton, a Melanie. So that totals to $70 outside of Trade Me, minus like 15, brings it down to like $55-ish. Things I've picked up this week, I got the hand cam ready to go. Oh yeah, I am in a new house, but anyway. These cards here, this Typhlosion, I've had them for ages, but I don't know where I put them. And I found them again when I moved houses. I was like, oh, what are you doing here? I also found this, I picked this card up from the Tauranga card shoot. Nimona SIR, and then I looked at its price and it's like $11. I was like, oh well, I don't really need to list that one. That's an epic card for $11 is crazy. Pekirisu, which is from Scarlet and Violet base set, super cute card. I did pick up a Moltres EX this week, but that sold fast, sadly. Good card. Like that card. Lots of people do, right? But I did get 2 EV promos from the ETBs. I know I've been seeing a lot of prismatic ETBs coming up. I suppose farmers have had a restock. Blaziken Dean, Wally's Compassion, that's a cool card, eh? For any gardeners. Venusaur EX, Mega Venusaur, Big Man Venusaur. Acerola's Mischief. This is cool because it's got a Mimikyu kind of thing, it's got a Sableye. And Ethan's Typhlosion. I've had plenty of them, also a very popular card, so I don't know how long I'll have that card for. Now to crank on like my thoughts of this week and what I've experienced as a person that sells Pokemon cards. In New Zealand being a market, first shot to everyone that's still buying cards, right? Yeah, still picking up cards through this time, so it is closer to Christmas. People, often find they have a lot more expenses around this time, so I'm still buying. To all those that are still buying. And in New Zealand being a market itself, I can talk from my position in my small corner of Trade Me, and now with a few posts on the group pages there. Maybe 2-3 months ago, it was what's the word? Rampant. It was full on. Like I think it was like 3 months ago. Just every week, I was like running out of cards, like 50 cards on my table. Now, my percentage sell-through rate is like between 25 to 35% per week, which is down a huge amount from 2 months ago. But New Zealand is its own market, so collectors based off America, and we live here in New Zealand, so we go off what we would call our own market. For me, I can't go and offer somebody 50% of market and then sell it at 70% of market here in New Zealand. I just wouldn't want to do that. I value the cards at where they are, and I've sold, not on big losses, but I've lost like $1, $2, $3 on some cards now, and I'm okay with it. Like I've always said earlier, it's like, heck, if I didn't have the money in the cards, where would the money be going anyway? So, I'm just grateful to have these cards. Yeah, so how sellable are cards? Well, in my corner of the market, honestly, there is a lot of sellers in New Zealand, and there's a lot of buyers. A lot of vendors, and it's pumping. There's probably way more vendors. The vendors stick around, so I always see the vendors post, always see the vendors up, always see the vendors kind of being a vendor has a level of longevity. And I suppose if I look at what an ideal buyer would be here in New Zealand, it's somebody that, because of how expensive Pokemon really is, buyers here in New Zealand would look like investors, stock market, people that do day trades, maybe like people pulling crypto, would be your genuine big card buyers. What you do find is that a lot of people buy packs, and I mean, honestly, I don't have much views, but what I'm thinking of doing is buying a booster box of cards, and just opening every pack and then doing it like some sort of challenge where I show how much I've spent on buying packs compared to how much value I've kept, and just to show the dramatic difference between opening sealed product compared to buying the card. And for me, how often then not do you open a pack and get a card you don't really care for, even if it is expensive? You're only going to use it as fodder towards a card that you actually wanted. But it's a gamble, and people, I suppose, really like gambling. Last thing I wanted to talk about was, I think a big percentage of people that started collecting around the same time as me, will continue for life. Like, there's nothing to say that we wouldn't. Like, hard to explain, but like, I'm not going anywhere. And I'll keep buying cards. Crack up. But no, the week's been good. Like, to sell a total of like $550 from Pokemon cards, and then you minus what I paid for the cards, and you look at my profit, still profiting money every week from the cards that I sell is epic. And it is coming up to Christmas. If you're new here, I'm Pokemon NZ. Nice to meet you. Thanks for stopping by. I just share my thoughts on how New Zealand is doing with its cards. I go over what I've done in the last week, cards I might have picked up, and I talk about my Trade Me listings, so if you have time, go and check them out. I do post on Facebook groups here in New Zealand, but I'm pretty sure the pages are private. Hit me with a like, subscribe, and follow. I'll catch you next week.